Now, for 15 years, the Wordsworth Trust in Cumbria has been welcoming established poets to help link the literary past with the present. The current holder of the title of Poet in Residence is just 26, the youngest ever. Mandy Winckworth went to meet him.
In the winter of 1799, William Wordsworth moved to the Lake District to write and reflect. It was here that he composed some of his best work. Following in his footsteps 200 years later, another young poet found inspiration.
Well, I was born in Manchester and I grew up in Didsbury. Then when my parents moved to the Lake District when I went to university, and I came back here one summer, I gate-crashed a class that was being given by the then poet in residence. And that's when I first really got hooked on it, so I went back to university and couldn't really concentrate on anything but writing poems.
After publishing his first collection, Adam was invited back to Grasmere for a year as poet in residence.
I'm given the house to live in and a small stipend which buys me kind of crackers and cheese and the other things that poets need. One of the things I've worked on while I'm here is a sequence of poems called Home. The sequence looks kind of alternately at objects from the home life of the Wordsworths, things like their candle moulds or this double washstand that they shared. And it's kind of intercut with places from my own life and the life of my friends and my family. Before the age condemned such joint ablutions, you dip your hands in the tepid water. As the geese come in low across the lake, landing on their shadows. We have a regular monthly class which is open to everyone, which we sit around for a couple of hours and we'll discuss poems. There's almost a cinematic quality to it, so you get this sense of him moving through this. You know, you see the For me, that's half of the residency is kind of showing people who wouldn't necessarily have come to poetry before that they can, and that it's here and it's accessible and that it's, you know, it's of interest and of value.
He's worked extremely diligently on his own writing, but he's also been very enthusiastic about trying out new things.
So the next
Adam uses today's technology to spread the word, and he finds poetry in politics too.
In the year of America's birth, in the coldest of months, a small band of patriots huddled by dying campfires on the shores of an icy river.
I thought almost his speech had as much poetry as the poem that came after it. It's really kind of strong, imagistic stuff that really works. I think, you know, it's such a gift to see every season, and I think, if anything, that's just made me value it more, knowing that I have to leave after a year.
Mandy Winckworth, North West Tonight, Grasmere.
Lovely, lovely place. So you were saying pressure on him on Valentine's Day, probably.
If you're a poet, what do you know? Somebody's going to expect something fantastic on Valentine's Day,
What
aren't
was
they?
your suggestion?
Roses are red, violets.
It needs work. So I don't want to hear how it ends, but it needs work.